So this is my kitty Lulu, and we're going to go over a couple of things that I did with a kitty yesterday who might have the beginnings of feline hyperesthesia, some similar symptoms anyway, and a couple of things that seem to be really helpful for her. And one of the things that I did with her was some really, really slow abalone touches going down either side of the spine. So I have my whole hand on the cat. And you can barely see, I am doing a circle and a quarter. But it's very subtle. Lulu's watching a fly or something, that's why her head's moving. So that the circle and a quarter is it's more of an intention rather than actually making a big circle. And there's something that can be very relaxing about that. So I would do that going down either side of the spine. Yeah. You can see Lulu's getting a little more relaxed now, her tail stopped. And the other thing that I did, and this is from a technique called Debono moves, which is Mary Debono's technique. She's a Feldenkrais practitioner who has adapted Feldenkrais for animals. And TTouch, it was developed by Linda Tellington-Jones, and that's also comes out of Feldenkrais. But they're a little different. They both connect with the nervous system. They both involve really very light and mindful touches. But anyway, this other touch that I'm talking about from Debono moves, I'm just gently, let's do it on the side, gently moving the skin up towards the spine, in a half circle kind of movement. Again, very slow. As you can see, my hand's off to the side of the spine. Then I hold there for a little bit, and then I really, really, really slowly release back down the half circle. And usually and then I'll slide my hand down a little further. And do the same thing. And I pretty much have my whole hand in connection with her, which that's a little different than Mary usually does, but sometimes I just do what really feels right on the particular animal, and that's what I'm doing right now. So you can experiment with what feels right, but there's something that's very, very relaxing about doing those little lifts and then release down. And like with the T-touches, after each one I'm sliding a little bit further down the spine, and then I'll start again. And as I'm a Reiki practitioner, it just happens, I let the Reiki flow as well, and that just adds to the relaxation. Anyway, let's just say that I've done all the way down the spine then. And as you can see, my hand is not on the spine at all. I'm off to the side of it. and lifting the skin towards the spine. In a half circle, I'm also, in a way, lifting it a little towards the head as well. And there's something about a very, very light touch. It's light enough so that my hand's not sliding over the fur, but I'm not pushing into the muscle at all. So with both, I would say the pressure is about the same. Okay, I'm just going to pause for now, and I'll just show you the movement, the half circle movement. I'm going to show you a little bigger than I actually do it, but you know, if you're doing with your fingers, it would be like kind of that, and then releasing back down the half circle. Or you can do it with your whole hand, and then release. I'm just showing you in the air so you can see actually where I'm, the way that I'm moving, and I'm making it a little bit bigger so you can see the motion. And then with the abalone touches, I'm doing circle and a quarter. And you can do what's called a snail's tail at the end of that, which at the end of the circle and a quarter you pause, and then you go backward a quarter circle. And that provides another type of release. So let's just show a little bit on her. We're going to do it on her head just to make it a little more clear. So circle and a quarter, pause, and then you go counterclockwise a quarter circle. And I like to do the circles clockwise in general, but you're welcome to experiment and see what works for your animal and what feels right to you. And now I'm just doing some nice little tests down the body, just to kind of finish everything off. Or you can do like a really slow zigzag, might be nice. Let's try that. Where I'm going across the body, and I'm doing with the zigzag. Oh my goodness. Now that was exciting. Might have been a little too exciting. You're doing opening and closing your hand at the same time you're doing a zigzag. So if you're doing down one side of the body, it's like that. If you do it slowly, it's a relaxing touch. If you do it more quickly, it's an energizing touch. So you don't want to do this really with an animal that can get overstimulated. Even the slow ones I don't really do with an animal that can get overstimulated, because it can just be a little too much contact. But with shyer animals, it can be fantastic. Or animals that have a little bit of difficulty being touched, maybe at the hind end of their body. Sometimes this can help them to be touched in different parts of their body that they might not normally be comfortable. Okay, that was really, really good.